Hey guys, it's Jules. It is April 18th, 4/18/18. Woo, so cool. Another Wednesday night, a little later than usual on the video. I'll get to that a little bit later as far as why. But it's been kind of a hectic week in a sense. Not really hectic. I mean, our version of hectic is probably not really what most people would think of as hectic, but it's a little later in the night on Wednesday night. Hubby's in the next bedroom over, watching Lost in Space, which is his new favorite show on Netflix, and it's something that I'm probably going to binge watch tomorrow. I've seen the first episode, and he keeps telling me that it gets better and better. And I was a fan of the show when I was a kid. I liked the show a lot, and I also liked the movie, sort of like the movie. There were things about the movie that I didn't like, but for the most part, I thought the movie was pretty cool. But anyway. So, a lot of stitching got done. Some stitching did not get done, but a lot got done. So, shall I start with that? Shall we start with, let's start with that. Now, I got this up here, but I don't think that I did anything on this one this week, which was Stormtrooper. I think I just left it up here for whatever reason. Usually when I finish the videos, I end up with all of these, the cat's down underneath going, ripping up the toy. You ready to leave? Hold on just a second while I let the cat out of the room. I gotta go let the cat out of the bag. All right. Later, Gator. All right. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of a delay. A little bit of delay there. Anyway, he had to leave. Pressing engagement elsewhere, I think. But anyway, allergies are really acting up. It has been super windy here in Colorado for the last, I don't know, a couple of days, 2, 3, 4 days or whatever. And it's wreaking havoc on my allergies. So let's just push that aside to the end. Let's do some whippage, some cross-stitch. Is that how I do it? Cross-stitch. No, cross-stitch. Cross-stitch. All right. It's all good. All right. I found the Reaper. I think I found the Reaper last week, but, and oddly enough, I have the Reaper right here, and then I just have, like, what I've started. So if this is your first trip to my channel, you're probably like, what are you doing? That is scary. No, it's for a friend. It's for my Halloween loving friend. So I got more progress done. I got more done down here. Yep, I did. Or did I get it done up here? I don't remember. Last Thursday seems so long ago. I mean, it was like 7 days or something. But it was just, it's weird because I compartmentalized my week. Because these videos are like it's like, I don't know if it's the beginning or the end of my week, really. But, you know, Thursday, I got a lot of stitching done. And Friday night, I usually do stitching. And I was watching hockey. And then Saturday, got some stitching done in the morning. We were gone half the day. Sunday, we were gone almost all day, but I got some stitching done at night. Monday night, got some stitching done, but Tuesday night, didn't feel like doing any stitching, and I haven't done anything tonight. So, it's just weird. It's just sometimes when I sit back down and do a video, it's just like, what have I even done this week? All right, anyway. So, the Reaper. So anyway, so this is the bottom of the first page. So I'm making progress. But down here will be, there's a little bit of the light that'll come through. Anyway, I just think it's cool. I just think it's cool. I need to work more on it. That's for sure. I need to work more on it. All right, let's get this out of the way. Move, Reaper. It's not your time anymore. What do we got? I just packed everything in these bags and just brought them upstairs really fast. All right, baseball, Ray, baseball. All right, can you tell? Still can't tell so much. This is a little bit of like a very distant flag in the far end of the baseball field. I'm not sure what this is. Might be a little mountains, or I'm not sure what. A little bit of green. This is the bottom of the page, right here. So, just got to finish all this up. Yep. Gotta finish all that up, and then next page, so much color, guys. I know, but you still really can't tell. What did I do this week? What did I do? I know I did stuff. Well, I started stitching some of the color here, and then I had to rip it out and frog it and do the right color, because the color I put in was like really bold. And then when I went back with another one, I was like, I don't think that's supposed to be like that. And then I realized my mistake. So, because definitely this is more of a far off look. Do I have it here with me? I do not think I do. No, I'm pretty sure I have it downstairs. But I'll show it to you guys again sometime soon. But this baseball. Apothecary shop, which is what we did for the stitch along. And I did get maybe a little more progress done on it after the stitch along. So, let's show it. Show the world. All right, making progress. So we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. So let's zoom in for a closer look. So, yeah, that is a little bit of a highlighter mistake there. So yeah, so just, kind of just filling in all through here. Gonna get a lot more progress done on this. This is one of those, I'm at a point with this project where this is a lot of the same colors all over here. So this should go hopefully pretty quick. Just getting everything filled in and moving down a little bit more. So I think I think my bottom of my page might be like down here. Not sure. I got quite a lot to do on this one, but it's coming along very nicely and very quickly. So let's show you how big. You guys probably haven't seen how big this is in a while. Again, it's 14 count, which is what I like to do a lot of, and it's mostly just because it's easier for me to stitch on. And if it's easier for me to stitch on, I will like stitching it, and I will enjoy it, and I will continue stitching it. Now, I don't care if it turns out to be this massive project to put on the wall. No big deal. It's okay. Everybody will look at it and go, wow, that must have taken you forever. And I'll be like, it did. It did take me forever. Because look how big the fabric is. It's so big. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I got more fabric to show you guys because some people who have joined my channel recently, hello, people, have not seen how big the fabric is for... They're like, oh, I thought you were almost done with Old World Map 2. What? That's somebody from the future, from 30 years from now, has come back and be like, wait a minute, I thought you were almost done with Old World Map 2, 30 years in the future? Because that's going to be how long it's going to take me. Oh, my goodness. All right. You go there. Come here. Rest of the project. Oh, come here, projects. All right. Ronnie Row, Ronnie Row. All right. So I got a little bit more. I did not get as much done on this one as I wanted to. God, I really thought that I just dropped a needle. I keep finding random needles. I found a needle in our bed the other day. Like literally, like I was getting ready to get in bed. I mean, I can't remember. And there was like big old fat needle. I must have slept on it all night. And I'm like, how I don't poke myself, I have no idea. And then I find them randomly on the floor, and I'm like, okay, the dogs are gonna end up stepping on them and hurting themselves, but that hasn't happened yet. But it's ridiculous how I just randomly find them everywhere. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go. All right, that's coming along very nicely. Now, you may look at this and go, I don't think you got much done on it. And you might be right about that. But let me look a little bit further. You can see that's, well, what is that? Your white thread? You're not supposed to be here. That's a bit of a bush. I don't know what that is in the front. I'm not sure if that's like a walkway or what that is, but it's supposed to be left open like that. So I just filled in all this over here. And so, honestly, there's really not as much to do down here as one would think. But I must do it. So anyway, just making progress. Rainy Waterloo Place, come on out and say hello. Say hello. So this one was actually a road trip project. I'll tell you about the road trip at the end of the video, but the only time I worked on this was when we were in the car this weekend. So some stuff got done. Oh yeah, I was getting ready to get done at the end of that page, wasn't I? I'd be like, I almost did it too. I almost did it. I came so close. So this week, I'm gonna finish the page. Look at that. Look at that. There's hardly anything left. I just got to figure out what all those things are. But yeah, so we can totally see that those two dudes are standing there. Hello, dudes. Anyway, so it's coming along nicely, isn't it? Here we go. La, 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 la. So anyway, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, so that, I mean, I'm absolutely finishing this page this week. That might be the first thing that I work on tomorrow. And just get her done and move on to the next page. Now, here's the question for you guys. Should I do this or should I do this? This or this? Should we try a poll? If I can do a poll, I'll try and add a poll in here. I've heard about polls that you can do them. So we'll say this is down and this is across. And then whatever you guys, whatever the vote total is, say, I don't know, Saturday? Is that good enough? Saturday, Sunday? Because I want to start on, I want to do some more. So whatever it is, we'll move on to that. All right? I'll have to figure out how to do it, won't I? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All right. Oh, in case you want to know what we'll be doing. So, if we go down, we'll just be filling out more of these guys' suits, bodies, and whatnot. If we go across, we'll be getting this umbrella and the top part of this carriage right here. So, down, across. All right, let's do it. Let's do this. All right. Old World Map 2. All right. Every piece has a song. Like every one of my dogs have a song. But here we go. Check it out. I'm getting so close to being done. Basically just filled in a lot more along here. That's pretty much what I did. You can really see a lot of everything just kind of coming in here. Oh, just so cool, man. I just pulled my hair out of my ponytail. That wasn't good. Anyway, so that's what I did there. And then you guys have seen this, right? You've seen this. But not many people, it's been quite a while since I've shown all of the fabric. But this is for that individual out there who said something about not knowing how big the project was. Does anybody really know, outside of those that live in this house, how big the project is? I mean, seriously, like, I could probably, like, you know, figure it out, and, you know, but I'm not going to get up, and I have my camera set up a certain way. I know if I hit it, I'm going to drop it, and then it's going to mess everything up. But let's just say that I'm about halfway across row 1. And every time I do this to myself, I'm always like, girlfriend, you got to get going on this. If I watch this video in the future, like, work harder. Work smarter and harder. Because it's so pretty. I mean, why wouldn't I want to work on this? I'll tell you why. Because it is tedious and it can get difficult. And it's a lot of changing of the needle. A lot of the changing of the needle. But that's okay. You know what? Beauty is pain. Pain is beauty. I don't know. Something like that. So, but we're making really good progress here. I mean, I really just need to fill in a few more things up here and whatnot, a few things here, and then really just start hammering home on all this. I told you my allergies. Thank you. I told you my allergies are flaring up on me. So that's what we'll map to. All right, goals for this week. Let's try and do some more actual blog posts. That would be nice. Oh. All right. Let's try to do some more blog posts. I put a couple up with some different pictures. We're going to do a couple more. Pow. And, allergies. Okay. Anyway, so, that, we're going to make a lot of progress on Ronnie Rowe. We're going to make a lot of progress on Rainy Waterloo Place. We're going to make a lot of progress on everything. I did not do Boba Fett this week. I did not do Stormtrooper this week. I did not get to E Pluribus Unum this week. I would have if I had actually sat down and stitched a little bit more with the playoffs, but sometimes they're very distracting too. So it's all good. But we just had a lot going on this weekend. So let me tell you what we did. It was all about the bees, basically. It was all about the bees. So Sunday, you guys know that we were, for those who have been following along with the bees, our plan was to basically go down there and do a hive split, and I'll tell you about that in a second. But where the bees are right now, they're about 45 minutes south of where we live, and we have a good friends of ours who are getting ready to move and needed help moving some big things, and my husband is a very strong man, and so we went up early Sunday morning and spent a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, helping them move some really large things from one place to another, and felt kind of bad about running away from them, but we had to go down and take care of the bees on this one particular, the one day that we had to do this, the one good weather day, because Saturday was not a good weather day to do it. And so we were like an hour north, so then we drove about an hour and a half to get all the way back down to where the bees were, and so splitting the hive. Now the bee channel that we are starting is going to have the splitting the hive video. I took about 35 minutes of video just recording what we were doing, and I really want to just condense it down, but I'm having a little bit of trouble understanding some of the editing functions of like a Windows Movie Maker, and I really need to sit down and just focus on it and get that done. But I've got everything loaded up, I just got to actually do the editing. So, but literally what we did was we have 2 hives that are like ridiculously awesome, that are doing really, really well, and they've already produced honey, full frames of honey, and are looking great. They're doing so well that what hives tend to do is they multiply and multiply and multiply, and then it gets really crowded inside the hive. And the queen is like, dudes, it's really crowded. It's too crowded in here. I need to go find me some space someplace else. So they'll like initiate this procedure where they'll like create a new queen out of one of the eggs that she's laid. They literally do that. They can actually create the queen if given the right signal. They basically alter the cell and like flood that egg with so many nutrients that it can grow into a queen. And so so what you want to do is you want to go down there and you want to go through the hive and you want to find the queen, which I gotta tell you, it ain't easy. You know, we've been trying to find the queen in our hives for like, this is our 3rd year trying to find the queen, and we hadn't been able to do it up until now, just because when you're looking at a hive and you've got, I don't know, at least like 300 or 400 bees like right in front of you, and they're all crawling all over each other. It's like trying to pick one queen out of all those, and she could be anywhere in the hive, literally anywhere. And queens are visible usually because their abdomens are longer and bigger than the rest of the bees, and so you'll see like a bee that'll be kind of in the middle of everything, usually, that'll have a big abdomen, and usually it's like, that's the queen, but it's hard, you know, it's just hard. So so we had to do that twice, and when you find the queen, and we felt like we did, you take her, the frame she's on, move her to a new hive, and then go back in and find another like really good frame that has like some honey and some baby bees that are getting ready to hatch out and whatnot, and you put that over there with her so that she can start with a, you know, like a smaller supply, but a really good supply, so she can have it. And then the old hive that you just removed the queen from, you got to stimulate them to make a new queen. So what you do is you go in and you look at the frames, and you have to find one where an egg is laid and it hasn't turned into a larva yet. And that can be really hard to see. I took my reading glasses down. I even took my stitchy magnifiers down. Although I didn't put the stitchy magnifiers on, and maybe I should have, but getting, you know, taking everything off and then putting on the thing, it's a hassle. So I put my reading glasses on, and I felt like I could see pretty well. And I felt like I could see the eggs and was able to identify them. And then you go in, you basically damage those cells in a way that will bring other bees over to go, oh, we got to fix this cell. And hey, wait a minute, where's the queen? I think we need a queen. Let's make this one a queen. And so then they do it, hopefully. So worst case scenario, well, worst case scenario, everybody dies. But hopefully, you know, we did the right thing. It's going to take 3 or 4 weeks for us to know. And the way you're going to know is if you see new larvae basically in both hives, or all the hives, in an indication that there are queens in all hives. So we did that on Sunday, and that took, I don't know, like an hour and a half. And then, so we felt pretty good about it, and we came home and pretty tired, and then Monday came along, it was fine, and then yesterday came along, Tuesday, we had some of the biggest windstorms that I can ever recall living here in Colorado for the last 15 years. I mean, basically sustained winds that were like 70, 80 miles per hour, and you could hear it and feel it everywhere. I mean, thankfully I wasn't, like, where I work, I'm like 5 minutes from home, so I don't have to drive on the highway or whatnot, and my husband doesn't have to either. But I had friends that were out on the highway, and just, they were describing, like, you know, it was like a tornado almost, like just the dust being blown and just how hard everything was, and trucks were being blown over on the highways. And one of my friends had taken her little chihuahua outside, and she tried to take him out between big wind gusts, you know, but you can't really predict those things. And he went outside at one point, and this big wind gust came, and it just bowled him over. That's how strong it was. And so, you know, we were just like, what's happening with the hives? Because people were posting pictures of hives around this area and showing how they were being blown over and everything. And so we were just like, oh man, I mean, you want to talk about like the worst possible time to maybe have your hive get tipped over would be right after a split, when it's both sides are very fragile, and the chances that you could just kill the whole hive are pretty high. And so we thought about it, and finally we just decided that today, after work, we would go down together and go take a look at the hives and sort of see what was going on. And so we drove down after work, basically all the way down to the hives, and we didn't get real close to them. We could, you know, we still had like work shoes on and stuff, and so we didn't want to get out in the mud and the dirt and whatnot. And so we got close enough to where we could, you know, visualize you could see them all lined up, and they all looked like they were the same level, and they all looked like, you know, it's very noticeable when one's knocked over. We had that happen last year, so we know what that looks like. And so, but everything looked good. So we came back home, and then I had class again, and then so after class I came up here and I'm doing this, and he's watching Lost in Space. So that's what's going on there. Now, other bee news, we are getting 2 new, we call them nukes, in on Saturday. 2 new, basically packages of bees with a queen and a bunch of bees that can start up a hive. And you guys have heard me talk about how if you want to pick a day, any Saturday in April or May, if you want to like place a bet on will it snow on this day, just find out the day that we're getting our bees, and that day will be absolute, like 100% chance of snow. Because yes, it's going to snow again this weekend. So it's like Friday night, early Saturday morning, snow, nasty weather. It's not a big deal because Sunday's supposed to be like 60 something degrees and sunny. So we're fine. I mean, last year, I don't know if you guys remember, we actually picked the bees up on Saturday, and then we didn't take them down to the hives until Monday. So we kept them in the garage for a couple of days. Sprayed them with sugar water periodically to keep them keep giving them something, and but yeah, we can do it. It's no big deal. So that's probably our game plan for the weekend. So other than that, lots of hockey playoffs, lots of great hockey action, lots of stuff going on. My husband keeps asking me if I want to go to a Navs playoff game, and I'm just like, no, because it's like, why are they starting at 8 o'clock local time? Why? Because they feel like they have to put like every game on TV at a time when no other game's on or whatever, you know? So it's just, I'm not doing it. I mean, shoot, 9 o'clock most of the time is when I'm like winding it down and ready to go to bed. And I mean, that's just the beginning of the second period. So that ain't happening. It would be cool someday to go see a playoff game, but let's try and get an Saturday afternoon game or something. I'd do that. I would do that. But I suppose we have to get home ice advantage in order to do that. But But anyway, lots of hockey to watch. Lots of hockey to watch. So it's good. It's good stuff. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else. I've got a few other little bits of videos I'm going to throw in this. One is just a cute little video of Zuzu and Topher. And you'll see how Topher is, he's a jerk. I mean, I love little man, and he's adorable, but he's a jerk. What he always does is he likes to take things that Zuzu is playing with. Zuzu is the golden retriever. And if she's playing with something, whether it's a ball or a bone or whatever, he will try and figure out how he can get it. And then he'll get it, and then he won't do anything with it. He'll just hide it, and he'll be like, I don't know where it's at, you know. But you can't play anymore, ha ha ha. So anyway, so I reckon it's time for me to end the video so that I can go to bed, because tomorrow is a big stitchy day. It's a big stitchy day. I think the weekend will hopefully be a big stitchy weekend. We'll see. Only got one more week till Avengers comes out. Kind of excited. So, you guys have a happy stitchy week. Keep on stitching. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. You guys are awesome. And we'll do a stitch with me, stitch along, something this weekend. And, you know, we'll see where we're at. I mean, obviously we need to do something different. I don't know. We'll see where we're at, and we'll figure out kind of what would look good on a stitch with me. So if you have any votes, vote down below. It's all good. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take care, and talk to you soon. Zuzu, where's the ball? Zuzu, come here. Where's the ball, Zuzu? I don't know. Maybe Topher has it? Does Topher have it? What? How's that possible? Get the ball. Zuzu, get the ball. Where's the ball, Zuzu? Where's the ball, Zuzu? There you go.